Hi, welcome to AFTV. It's now time for the fan roundup. Now, listen, a lot of people have been speaking about City. They're clear, 12 points on top. They've been relentless. Arsenal haven't been. It's taken some time for them to kick in. But you, as a fan, do you believe it's gonna, get right for us? I know we have won games, but do you believe after what you've seen today and then the other performances that Arsenal are going to be back, like we saw last season? We might be, holding on to last season's psychosis, but do you think we'll be back?
Well, there's some of these players that City have on their bench, such as Alvarez, Foden, etc. Well, De Bruyne has been injured, but it's the way they can keep up that pace, how they bought Kovacic. And with our squad depth, we've obviously lost Rob Holding, and which is not too much of a blow, but and we've also lost Balogun, which I'm fuming about. And now we're linked to these players like Ferguson, Tony, etc. But really, why did we sell Balogun? He's such a good player. We got these Helen players like Tyrese John Jules all coming up, and we have a good future. Whereas City, we have Charlie Patino as well. Whereas City they have quite an aging squad, other than obviously, of course, Haaland. Who are they going to replace when Walker was his age? Who they were going to replace when Edison gets age? Well, of course they got Ortega, but he's not good enough to play Champions League final games. Yeah, and that's just what I think about how we can play this season. Well, of course, we're coming off the bat of a world-class season for us. A big step up from 5th to 2nd. We got 84 points last season, and then now it's about pushing up that step, like the draw we had last week against Fulham. There were some players that shone, like Fabio Vieira. But I'm saying we can't give up on Havertz yet, because the amount of goals and assists he could get, we've seen him. But some people are saying if he didn't score a goal in the Champions League final, he'd be walking down the street at McDonald's. So
People do like to go back to Havertz's goal in the Champions League final, but you've got to give him patience. But okay, so I see that. So you think things will get back, to how it will be. Let me ask my man over here. Thank you very much, little man.
I just want to say, from a youngster, he's articulated very, very well.
Very well spoken.
Give him a round of applause at least. Yeah, well done. And he's been very patient. Youngster,
very patient. He's waiting a long time.
So I'm going to very quickly whiz through some bits and pieces for you. So when I came down here, there were 2 Manchester United fans at the station, lifted their shirts up and said, "It's not your day." And my response was, "The game hasn't even started yet, so leave it alone." Okay. Now, I'm not going to repeat some of the things that have been said, but firstly, I can now say I missed a lot of last season because my father passed away. However, I'm back to normal, every home game and some away games. The atmosphere in this stadium now is what I wanted over 10 years ago, okay? I'm saying we've got rid of a lot of the empty seats. Empty seats never make noise. People are now attending, because if they don't turn up, they're going to lose their season tickets and all the rest of it, etc. The atmosphere today was absolutely phenomenal, okay? Because when we scored, fine. Now, I sit in club level. I see Lee now. I'm going to have to escort him out like I did some of the others. But the first goal, the penalty, I said it wasn't a penalty, and people were cheering, said, no, he's going to go to VAR. He went down too easy. I'm a bit uncomfortable with Havertz. What happened? No goal. Likewise, where I'm sitting, saw the Manchester United goal. The thing is, if he'd passed straight away, they'd got it. He held on to it too long. The guy had become offside. Thank God, because if we'd gone 2-1 down, I think that would have been probably, that's it. Now, there's another thing, or a couple of things people have to be aware of. This time-wasting malarkey, we scored in 87 and 97? Get used to the 100-minute games. It used to get a token 1 minute first half injury time. We got 3 minutes. So wasting time, I just hope the referees give these people wasting time, like the goalkeeper, not the yellow card when he did, earlier. Because he could have got 2 yellow cards for wasting time. 100%. Easy. Now, coming to Havertz, early days. I remember standing roughly around here talking to Robbie one evening when Xhaka started, and he scored a fantastic goal from about 30 metres out. The next thing I remember saying to Robbie, he's getting the ball in the centre circle, and people are saying, shoot. Come on, get real. They didn't give him the patience then. He had a troubled time, and his best season was last season. He come through. Playing for Switzerland, playing for Arsenal, completely different things. He's going to do really well where he is. The pace of the game is different. Here, Havertz has got to adapt. Now, he never got the chance at Chelsea. Now, I did notice a couple of things which were a bit worrying. Martinelli felt very comfortable passing to Tomiyasu when he was on, but less comfortable. I think maybe 3 times he could have passed to Havertz, he chose not to. Whereas Tomiyasu come along, the flow was much better. Jesus, the difference between him and Eddie, Steady Eddie as I call him, Steady Eddie's young. He's going to come through and he'll do well. He needs runs of games and the confidence in the manager for him, and he's going to get that. But Jesus, when he wasn't sharp, he's not match fit, he's coming to the fore again. He got that ball. He obviously sent the defender back to Manchester, but that's the difference. If he had shot, it would have been blocked. He stopped, the defender passed. Even the goalie had moved. He had the composure, slotted it in. Didn't need to shoot hard. I think Steady Eddie would have probably had a big shot and it would have been blocked. It's not a criticism, it's the difference between the experience of Jesus and lack of experience, and he needs to get that. And I think I still think we're going to come top. But what worries me is Manchester City, 4 games, 12 points. They don't start well. They're on a roll already without, as the youngster said, Kevin De Bruyne, etc. What's scary is Manchester City are on their way. Everyone has to close a gap, and there are going to be draws like the Fulham game. We should have won, but we're going to drop some points uncomfortably, but we're going to stay in there. And today was a great, great day.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. You heard what you said there. You know, City, four games, 4 wins, and you know they're moving relentless. This is kind of what this question is. I know we've had a great win today, but do you see us picking back up? It took time for City to do it last season, but could you see Arsenal picking back up?
I mean, you say about City, I don't think they've been that good, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, they got the results, but I think performance-wise, both of us, we've missed out on Fulham, but performance-wise, I think they're not the best from either team.
Is it a sign of champions? Like if you like to like. You lose when you win when you're playing bad.
Yeah.
So do you see, like I said, Arsenal coming into another gear come maybe after the international break or later on in the
I think that
season?
gear's to come. I think, I don't know, we showed it last season, obviously, but at the same time, there's a lot of great minute goals. So I think we'll come better, and then it's hard. City, I said it, it's like FIFA with City. The cards at the start, they're all right, and just get better as the game goes on, as the season goes on. So I don't know, City will get better. I think we can maintain it. I think we'll keep going, and then I don't know. I think Havertz will come to the team soon. I think he'll get going. It's the same with Odegaard. When he came in, he wasn't at the best, and look at him now. He's thriving. So
Amen.
I think Havertz will come in, and as a whole, we'll get better.
Okay. Let me ask you the same thing. We're gonna go around and ask it because I just feel like there is a feeling of looking at last season we started so fast, and this season we haven't started as fast, even though we are winning games like today.
Well, I think Man City, people keep talking about Man City. I think we just need to take it one game at a time, to be honest. People are talking, I'm hearing people talk about when City come here, and that's like, I think we need to one game at a time, literally, forget what's gone. People, Fulham, Nottingham, it doesn't matter. It's just the next game. And I think it would have been interesting to say if Partey was fit, to see whether he would have played him at fullback. Would he have, or was his hand sort of, was he forced to sort of?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Would he have played White centre back, or? But that back four of White, Zinchenko, Saliba, Gabriel, that's our best back four. Gabriel is a monster at the back, both in terms of the duels that he wins, in terms of his playing out the back, and Kai Havertz. I think people need to realise he's human at the end of the day, just like everyone else, and like. All the booing, all that does get to a person.
100%,
So
100%.
I think it's crazy as like you're hearing people talk, but it's only been 3 games. So it is crazy. 4 games. 4 games. Has it been 4? Yeah. 4 league games. So I think he needs time. We need to give him time. I mean, if you look at him for Germany.
Yeah.
And you look at the performance he puts in Germany, and then that Champions League run. So he's shown he can do it. I think it's just a confidence thing. I just think it's a confidence thing. And look, listen, I'm not his sort of. I was sort of like getting a bit frustrated. I have been frustrated for every time he's played these 4 games. But I also realise that we need to give him time.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to go on the bench, to be honest,
Okay,
and work
okay.
his way in. And then once he's come into the team, because it just seems like he's come in and he's just bang, sort of all of a sudden, just straight in.
Yeah.
And I think he could do with some time, maybe on the bench, and
Okay.
then give him some
So
time.
you're saying it will click a bit, it will click with him, just give him
Yeah.
time. Let me ask you, my friend, same thing, do you think Arsenal will click into gear? Listen, we've won the game, so I don't want to make it feel like a downer, but do you think things are going to pick up in the sense of performance-wise?
Yeah. So for the Everton game, when we play Everton away at Goodison Park, we should start Emile Smith-Rowe as a left midfield, give him a chance, and start Jesus as a striker. And since top 8 is injured, do you think Jorginho gets a start over Rice? Do you think Rice needs rest?
No, I don't think Rice needs rest, but I like the ideas of keeping Jesus in and hopefully seeing the Mills throw at some point. There's going to be a lot of games to be played.
Yeah, some fans were starting to leave when Garnacho scored, and it was offside, and we were celebrating, and when Rice and Jay-Z scored. And United fans are united in the split.
United in the split. I like the energy. Big up, man. Respect. And let me ask you the same thing again, because I feel like people are. Listen, for me, it was a good win, but the performance there's still question marks. But Arsenal have started the season slow. But do you think it will come around? Like again, the Havertz thing, people keep going to him, but give him time, it will work.
So with Havertz, I think that everyone was doing the same thing with Vieira last year. So. Listen, he did an air shot today, and I was gutted for him because I thought I just needed.
He needed that.
He needed that goal.
I was saying the same thing.
Because he needs that because he's a confidence player,
Yeah,
and I could see that he's got the potential. But for me, he needs to be on the bench, and he needs to earn his way into the team. For me personally, yeah.
Of course.
But before I even go on to the football, I want to just quickly say that I just got a quick little agenda. I want to say that there might be one or two people here who's got knives in their pockets, yeah? And I can understand. I want people just to dress back from the knives. We need to lose the knife thing. Yeah? If you're going to have a fight, because you're a youngster, you're 20 years old, or you're in your teenage years, and you want to get all that testosterone going around in your body and all, you want to have a fight, then learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? I hear the message and I understand your message, but round here we've been here for so many. It's always been a very safe and respectful place. But what I'm saying, I'm just speaking in general. No, I get that. It's a powerful message. I respect that. Thank you very much. Let me come through over to Liam. I appreciate that, my brother. Liam. What do you we won today.
Yeah, no, I'm happy.
You happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
But do you look forward at Arsenal and think, are we going to be like we saw last year, or do you think it's going to be a bit more difficult? Because I still have questions.
It's going to be difficult, obviously, but you see what happens when we bring it back to basics. There's no need to tinker with the squad. It was working last year, it's worked the first couple of games, and it worked again today. And I'm glad we got a convincing scoreline in the end, although it was pretty level.
Yeah, it was for most of the game. Yeah,
it was a pretty tight game, but I'm just glad it was a convincing win because I think we need to score more goals, and I said that last week when he played without a striker. We have to score more goals.
This is our biggest margin win, and you would never think if you want. It's only 2 goals, but it's our biggest margin win of the season so far. But you wouldn't think that if you actually watch performance.
It is important we start killing off games and putting them to bed. And I think there were some really good performances out there, and it was tough. I was speaking to Robbie earlier. Man of the match was a tough one to call between Rice and Odegaard. I've gone with Rice because of the sentiment. He got his first goal, but hindsight, I do think Odegaard was fantastic, and his goal was better as well.
Okay.
Perfect performance from Arsenal today.
Big up. Let me come to you. Same question. Where are you at right now? Do you see it, turning right and going well, or do you feel like there's still question marks I need to see Arsenal improve on?
Look, like I've always said, all of the best teams that have won things sometimes have to grind out results. We are still unbeaten. Yeah, we ain't lost yet, right? It was disappointing last week, definitely. But for me, I looked at it and there was key moments in the game, and sometimes in the past they haven't gone for us, like their goal getting disallowed, right? But when I saw the changes they were making, they're bringing on Maguire and the other defender from way back when, Evans, right? So I looked and I thought, well, I fancy us against them.
Yeah.
So I never lost hope. I looked at it and thought, well, right, if that's who they're bringing on, we can win this.
Left it late though.
But then, how many times did we do that last year?
I hear that.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
that's what the team have shown me, that they can come back and they can win it late. We can win when we're not at our best. And I think when it really comes to it, that's the least you can ask for. If you can't be at your best, find a way to win the game, and we did that. Come on,
I like this. No, that's the answer really. I want to hear from your thoughts on that. It is. I keep saying I'm thinking about last season, but we did leave games late last season as well. But we still got it over the line.
Of course, that's the way that we've been playing them since last season. We get games over the line. Bournemouth at home, Reece Nelson against Manchester United. Thanks to VAR, we got that win. And today, not the best performances in terms of work rate off the ball. I felt that there were moments where, because Manchester United set up to play the low block, which is what it's called now, instead of calling it park the bus, we call it the low bus, the low ball, whatever it's called. For me, we allowed Man United time on the ball to do what they're doing, and they carved up opportunities. But again, Arsenal had opportunities of their own, and the difference is we took them, but we took them at the death. Now, that Garnacho goal was just about, I think it was rightfully offside, due to the fact that his hand was in front of Gabriel's head. That's the reason why it got called off. And if you watch it back, you will see why it's offside.
Yeah, he can't score with his hand.
And I'm going to talk about the penalty.
He can't score with his hand, but it's a shoulder. But I hear that. But you're right, though. He was offside.
I'm going to talk about the penalty. Now, it might look like a dive, but if you watch it again, I think the first contact by Wan-Bissaka's right leg didn't touch him. But I think it was the second contact that forced Kai Havertz to go over.
Yeah, he was on the way down, though.
And he might have been on the way down, but there was a second touch. On another game, he might have had a penalty, controversially. But that was not the reason why we won the game. We won the game through the fact that I think Mikel Arteta got the substitutions right. Brought on Vieira, brought on Jesus, he brought someone else on, and the difference was Tomiyasu. Yeah. And the difference is when the substitutes came on, you can see a different flow, and we got the goals that we deserved because we battled without having to play well. And to win football matches, let alone a league title, you can have games where you don't play well, but you can still beat the opposition. And we've beaten an opposition like Manchester United. And in the longer run, whether Havertz, who's been scapegoated, comes good, who knows? But for me, at the moment, I would look at the next game and consider looking at him on the bench.
Okay.
Jesus, he's pushing for a start. He's that good. And I mean, well, to send Johnny Evans back to Leicester, it says it all. But I'm looking forward to the... am I looking forward to the longer run? I'm going to be looking forward to the longer run based on the fact that Arsenal can either make you proud or just let you down at the business end.
Hey man, well let's hope it makes us proud. Guys, let me know in the comments below, because winning ugly, that's what it was. But do you see signs of, Arsenal being back up there competing again? Do you see a good cup run coming from this Arsenal side? I still think there's things to fix, but all that matters is we get the 3 points. That's what we've done today. Let me know in the comments your thoughts below. Like the video if you like the video, and I'll see you again after the international break at Everton. Take care.